Hi. So today I just want to go through a concept I was listening to by Oliver Burkeman last week, and I felt it'd be really important to share this with anybody who feels the overwhelm of all the things they feel they need to do at the moment. And as I listened to this concept, it's only about 10 minutes long. I actually will link this in here so you can understand the full concept. But something that struck me was the fact that we have way too many things that we feel that we ought to be doing right now. And also, he gave us an idea of how we can actually sift through this. So it was quite interesting. The thing he began with was talking about when the internet first began. And he was like saying the problem that was noticed was that we were being overwhelmed by information that a lot of us didn't even needed. But it was thought at the time that within a few years that there would be better filters so that the things that we didn't want to know about would then be filtered out. Well, which is what has happened with the process that are now in place. The problem we now have is that things are so finely filtered that we have too many things that we want to do, read, have, and all those things, And we have things like, readings, lists of books, podcasts, concepts and that. I mean, I feel like, I don't know about you guys, there are so many different trainings I want to go through and books I want to read, things that always like presented to me and I go, oh, I just want to know that. And games we want to play. Not so much these days for me because I have other things I want to do outside. But places, remember the bucket list that people wanted to go to, and we see people going all the way around the world, and we think, yeah, I want to go there. I want to go there. How many places are there? I mean, I'm lucky because I've gone. I don't want to go anywhere in particular. I'm staying on this island, and I'm going to visit all the islands until I know them so well. By that time, I'll probably be dead. So hopefully, I will have finished that and obviously go home once in a while. But with this, he gave a really, really clear concept of what we could be doing. I do recommend you listen to the actual recording. And that is, there are buckets of things that we have to do, okay, just with our day-to-day tasks, which are to-do lists, emails. We do need to let these fill up and empty them from time to time. But with all these other things like games and things we want to read and listen to and learn, and places we want to go, we just need to understand that time is not infinite, and also like just knowing that we can't do this. And he gave us an idea that with, like, let's say the biggest libraries of the world, none of us would actually expect ourselves to be able to read all those books in the library, and to use it as an idea that we've never given ourselves those tasks, and just to bear in mind that we want to be able to pick out the few things that in this moment actually matter to us right now and let things go. So what he suggested we do, which I loved, was to think of all these things flowing past us as a kind of like a stream or a river. We literally pluck those things out of that river without any pressure at all. And just think what you actually need in this present moment. You're not going to lose anything. So all those open tabs you've got, save them maybe. I save what am I going to document, okay, your links, so I can clear it every day. And I go back to it each week on a Sunday morning, and I will actually find I didn't need half the things I thought I did, and just delete them, because there's always that kind of thing of fear of missing out. But being able to actually identify what you need without too much hassle will actually save you time and actually give you time back to actually enjoy your life, which is what we're doing all this work for, isn't it? And we're doing all this work to enjoy our lives, So keep in mind that you only get each moment once, and try and think about how you could do that. And you can with practice, okay? So imagine yourself just sitting on the riverbank and picking things out as they flow by and relaxing. Just treat the reality of everything you come across as a river and not something you have to do and have to know, not buckets. Now, I created a little productivity tip after thinking about this all week, and then just to tell ourselves, to set in our mindset, it is impossible to actually do all the things we want to do. The problem we have with the internet now is we know there are so many things that feel good, okay? But what we want to do is know that it's impossible to read all the books we want to read, even the ones we bought, and clear all at once and needs and wishes, etc. Okay, just know that. The whole point of this was that he started off with this, the title said Too Many Needles, and the whole point was that in the old days, trying to find information was like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And now we have like too many needles. And that was the whole point of this. And that being able to pick all those needles out of our needle haystack is the art now. The art now is actually finding what, amongst all that information that we know we have access to, would be the right thing. And that makes things hard. And actually saying no. I mean, it used to be that we'd want to say no to things we didn't want to do, which felt hard enough, especially if it's to somebody who we admired or liked, whatever. And now it's got to the point now where we need to actually learn to say no to people who we like and things we actually want to do. You know, and that is a new concept, a new art, let's say, as well. Being able to say no to the things that, you know, we know that we really wanted to do, but aren't actually necessary. So we can just do the things that are actually going to make a difference to our lives and all the people who are connected to us. That in itself is a skill that we all have to practice right now. We're living in a very unusual time where we have everything we want and probably too much stuff, and we can do almost anything in this day and age. And that is where our problems actually become, you know, massive. And what we want to be able to do is step back and work out what is important, and then clear away everything else that we think that we need to do. The fear of missing out is massive right now, but you don't need everything. Work out what's important and then work back from that. I hope that's helpful for a Sunday.